What's the top speed of this?
263.
I don't think we're gonna hit it. I also don't want it to, but close to 250, it's very doable. Let's go on the brakes here already, just to be sure. Good morning, comrades. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Nürburgring, and welcome to a very exciting video where you will be seeing a lap in a bit in one of the very exciting cars, Kia EV6 GT, that we're able to drive thanks to Niels. How are you doing?
Hello. Good.
Good after the lap?
Yeah, it was really nice, really nice. Really send it. With this weather, so.
Thank you. Because we already did the lap, why are you doing a lap first and then shooting the intro after? Because it will be nice to hear your expectations. Because you can never be sure if the track is going to stay open, they might close it, or in this case, as you can see, it is now starting to rain. Well, the lap that we did was a mixed condition, so we had some rain, we had some dry, you will see it in a bit, but sorry for shaking the camera, but I'm trying to hold an umbrella here at the same time, because I don't want to get wet. Yeah, I'm that kind of guy. It's been a very exciting car, or the car that I was chasing to be able to do a lap with, because last year I was invited to the launch of this car and I was absolutely blown away, and also many people as well, because 585 horsepower, how many Newton meters?
740.
740, and the price 63 back then.
Yeah,
back then.
Now 70.
70.
Yeah.
Still quite a capable car. And this is something that I experienced and really wanted to see how it would gonna perform on the track. And I must say I was definitely right about this. I mean, enough talking. At this point you can just watch the video, because that's amazing. Have fun. Just one more thing. You will see on the lap that we had some comments about the brakes, but they are actually okay. They're not smoking, they're not doing anything silly, they're not cracked. You can see some pad deposit, of course, from all the braking, but they survived. Significantly better than the majority of EVs that I'm driving on track, because that's usually the weakest link, because most of the EVs just rely on the recuperation technology to stop the car, which is enough on the street, but once you start driving fast on track, then becomes different. And I mean, of course you don't take it out on track, but even when you have a very heavy, very fast car and you market it as a very fast car, maybe you should upgrade the brakes for the sake of safety of your customers. But in this case it was actually quite good. So yeah, enjoy the lap. So welcome into the Kia EV6 GT, which belongs to Niels, that you already know from the intro, but we still have to shoot the intro at this point, as you already probably know. Super hyped, excited, and because when I drove the car for the very first time, it was like a launch press event. It was amazing, and actually, because most of the people on my channel don't like EVs, that video got a lot of views because the car is extremely special. So first of all, 585 horsepower, I think.
Yep.
But most importantly was the price that you could get it for before the price increasement and before the inflation hit us.
Yeah.
What was the price even in Holland, where they really don't like car?
63.
Yeah, amazing. 585 horsepower for 63. So I was begging Kia always, can I please take it for a lap? Well, it took quite some time, and well, up until now I still couldn't get one, but thanks to Niels we can actually enjoy the car. And it's the first 500+ horsepower car of the year for me. As you can see, we have quite tricky conditions, mixed wet and dry, and even though that the car is very capable in terms of power, still need to watch out when it comes to the brakes deceleration. First of all, that's the first thing I noticed when I was driving the car during the press event. I said the brakes could be the limiting factor, because they are quite small, because just like many EVs, most of the stopping happens through the regenerative system, and this car actually producing lots of regen power through the recuperation brake, so it doesn't really need mechanical brakes unless you're gonna track it. So we're gonna be smooth and easy through here, following the dry line that it is there. But most importantly, also on top, we still have the weight, and in combination with lots of rain that now comes falling down, it could be a tricky situation. What's the weight? I think it was 2.2?
Yeah, 2.2.
2.2. Yeah.
Probably.
We still have a bit of a dry line, so that we can benefit.
Push one time, this one.
And that does what?
That's the steering.
All right.
Probably.
Taking the curb. Ooh, like it. We're, by the way, a Michelin PS4S
Yes,
tires.
4S, yeah.
Perfect for these conditions. It's kind of sad that it's mixed, but at the same time it also gives us a perfect opportunity to see how the car performs in both conditions. Most important is of course the acceleration.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Woohoo! I haven't driven this fast here today yet because it was quite wet earlier today.
Yep.
We have a dry line here, so we can go already on the gas. And this is the part where you can, if the car, yeah, it's seen us, thank God, because we can. What's the top speed of this?
263.
I don't think we're gonna hit it. I also don't want it to, but close to 250, it's very doable. Let's go on the brakes here already, just to be sure. Yeah, the brake performance is already slightly deteriorating because going
I
this
never
much.
broke this hard.
It's nice, nice, nice. Okay, from here we're gonna have a bit of a wet line, I think, later on, because I just did a lap and it's mixed conditions. I still remember more or less. But the impressive part is, of course, accelerating out of the corners, the handling for a 2.2 ton. And then again, like thinking of the price that you get this car for, that's really
And I traded in my Nissan Juke.
Oh, really? You did a very
1
good
liter
deal.
3-cylinder turbo.
You did a very good deal, I must say. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a missile.
It is. It's crazy. Like, you really go.
Oh, here we were.
Ah, watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. Still handling the weight well and on the gas. So important thing with EVs, of course, is the question, because pretty much all of the cars that I drove, doesn't matter if it's Tesla, Polestar, I think e-tron, I'm not sure, but all the EVs, they kind of they go overheated and reduce power mode by half of the lap. So it will be interesting how this car will cope with that and how long we can still have the full potential of the 585 horsepower for. From here on it gets wet, at least from the last lap. I still see some dry line appearing, but here it becomes full wet, so let's not do anything stupid and crazy. But yeah, it will be interesting to see how the temperature system, if you can call it that way, is coping with the battery heat management. And on top, the average EV hater, of course, is going to say like, oh, it lost 200 kilometers of range on one lap. It's the same that you are gonna have with the internal combustion engine car. If you floor it, like, of course, like the average range is going to show you like you can do 500 kilometers with it, but in real life with a fast car you can do only 4 laps. So let's compare actually things in an honest way, apples with apples, and not pears and apples.
Well, it's a shame that there's no supercharger here near the Nürburgring. We have to drive
Yeah,
less than 40 kilometers to the autobahn.
I know, it's horrible. It's me who is dealing in EV, that was for me also the big thing. And I'm just like keep poking at Porsche, because they always pride like, oh, we had a lap record on the Nürburgring. I'm like, yeah, but that doesn't say anything because you cannot charge anywhere. So we actually had an idea with the website called Inside EVs, because they're like very much into the EVs, of course, obviously the name says it all, but we wanted to do like sort of not race or challenge, but get multiple EVs and then actually see how long it takes, how many laps you can do by charging at the Nürburgring with a 22 outdated kilowatt, and then one will be driving to the high power charger, which is like 40 kilometers from here, and then see who will be doing most laps.
Was it 300 kilowatt?
Yeah, it's Ionity, I think. So.
Yeah, with Nico Rosberg on it. ENBV.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's the one next to Shell, right?
Yeah,
I
probably,
think.
Yeah.
Well, so far we have enough, still lots of power. As you can see, we're climbing uphill and overtaking all the fast and fancy cars. Still taking a bit of margin, but the power delivery is still there. I don't feel any reduction. So far, good job, Kia. Obviously, same R&D department as the Hyundai N, and with all the Ioniq N models. And this is, I guess, a teaser of what is going to come with the Ioniq 6.
You're sending it, mate.
And I'm definitely excited to see what is going to come.
Oh, the Ioniq 5N, yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be more sporty, I think.
Yes. The tires are getting hot. You can hear them struggling now.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Launching out of the carousel. That's beautiful. Had to go a bit on the brakes for him. But I'm impressed that the delivery is still there. I mean, alright, we still had a bit of wet, so it was not 100% full sand lap, but it's really nice.
Oh, really good.
One thing that I notice is, because I'm driving with both feet, when you go from the brake on the gas instantly, it doesn't really go immediately on the throttle. So it's like it has this prevention that you will not press both pedals at the same time. Watching out for the up. All right, very good. Level 1 challenge. Here we go. Let's go. Nice. This is really good. Again, I'm still extremely impressed by the power delivery because it's still there. Impressive. Very good job.
Ah, YouTube corner.
Yeah. What? Huh? What is there?
Dodo hook.
Ah. Alright, I was thinking the brake failure or something, but so far. Oh, actually it does. There we go.
Yeah.
Check brake system.
Okay.
Alright, so, well, at least it did a lot more better than average Tesla would do. So, thumbs up for that. But from here, we're gonna take a bit of margin for overheat.
But the power
brakes.
is still there, huh?
Power is still there. I'm impressed. It's like I said, the thing is, because it has this preventive system that it will not allow you to go on the brake and accelerator at the same time. And therefore, since I'm like pushing a bit more of the accelerator, it then lags and then puts more power that you're actually pushing already. So it instantly kicks in instead of being linear. So getting wet here again.
Yeah, the Akabono brakes, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe there will come some aftermarket parts.
Yeah, that would be
so.
good. But so far, it's still quite okay. Again, it's not like horrible. I mean, when it comes to brake performance, but I'm impressed. I'm really thankful that you invited me for this lap.
No problem.
Because it's really something that I wanted to do, the EV6GT.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people on my channel wanted to see it as well. So, yeah.
I'm impressed. Also with you driving.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's for me like the 6th lap of the day, and it's definitely, like I said, it's the first 500+ horsepower car, and it's without a doubt the fastest one. Gotta watch out here because it's full wet here. Here I'm flooring it, and it's still full power delivery.
Nice.
Like fantastic. All right, and now we're gonna slow down to cool down the brakes.
Will be some smoke.
No? Did you see smoke? Is it?
No.
Oh, no.
Probably.
All right. No, I think no, it's fine. There is nothing. It's the pressure is still there, and this is what I like. Because with Tesla, the pedal would just like to the floor.
Yeah, you said it when you saw the video. Nice one.
This is really cool. Really cool. Thank you one more time.
No problem, mate.
Amazing.
Oh, 90 kilowatt hours per 100.
Is that a lot?
Yeah,
I guess. Oh yeah, the average went up. Nice. And the range is what?
Oh, battery is still 61.
That's good.
Yeah, nice.
Because we started with 85.
85.
What's the size of it? Like 80 kilowatts?
77.
77. It's good.
Yep.
Because like the Polestar 2, the Tesla, etc., they consume about 30-ish percent.
24.
Yeah. I mean, again, we were not completely flooring it because it was like kind of wet, but it's still very good reference.
Not to me, you were flooring it. Huh?
No, it's amazing. Wow. I'm happy we did it.
Yeah, me too.
A lot of people gonna hate me now for this if they know that this was filmed on the opening day, because last year I got a lot of critique, or not a lot, but
I heard it.
when I did a lap with the Tesla, not with the Tesla, with the Polestar, like, oh, you're really doing the first lap of the year with the EV? And like, who cares? Like,
Yeah.
and now I did first lap with the GR86. And like, where does the track go? Which gear do I need to be? Like paying so much attention to things that I don't remember anymore at that point. And this was mwah.
Yeah, wasn't hard.
Yeah, thank you. So we're gonna go now back to Apex, and yeah, so I can
Yep.
drop you off there.
Yeah.